to the entrance to the church. Before heading up these stairs just here, we're going to just show you there's another door over here which can also only be opened to this side, which will take you back at the top of the church. I really don't understand that kind of shortcut either. I guess it's if you die and you don't want to fight the NPCs again or something like that, because in case you didn't know, there's like 3 NPC hunters in the church, which are quite hard to fight at the same time. But anyway, now we're going to head up the stairs to the left of the church. There's actually an item on this body just here. I apologise for that. When I cleared the level, I thought it was a drop from one of the enemies, so I picked it up accidentally. I think it was a code blood or something like that. But anyway, heading around here, there's going to be an elevator. There's going to be the elevator what takes you all the way back up to the start of the level. I want to warn you guys that there's a bug or something, I guess, in the game where the FPS can really fuck up there. In case you didn't notice, I actually changed character halfway through because I got affected by that glitch where my FPS just went to shit before getting on the elevator. I don't know if it's happened to anybody else. Right, I missed a few things here to talk about. Halfway up the elevator, we didn't actually go to the top because we're not interested in that. You can jump off halfway up the elevator. That's exactly what we did. And in the room after we got out of the elevator, there was a weird thing, or it would be a weird thing to most people, which is the teleporter in one of the buildings up there. But the reason I didn't go in the teleporter is because would skip a whole bunch of items because it takes you right near the end of the level, and I'm going to show you how to get to the other end of the teleporter anyway by walking, so yeah, we're not going to be missing anything. Anyway, below these stairs, there's going to be 2 items down here in this passageway, or in this archway just down here, so make sure you pick those up. They will be guarded by a sack man, I believe. Now we're just going to head all the way up to the end of the street, pick a few items up, pick the item up all the way at the end. Nothing over here, guys. There's loads of enemies around here guarding this area, obviously. Quite annoying enemies as well, but whatever. Now we're going to head all the way back to in front of the church. We came out the main church, and now we're going to go down the other side of the street. So down these stairs is going to be 3 items down in plain sight, and there's going to be an item here which is going to be a set. I think it's the black set with a hood or whatever. It's not that good looking, but it's okay, I guess. But anyway, after picking up those 3 items, to the left up the stairs there's going to be another item, and that's it for this bit. So now we can head through this big door here and go into the next area. Now we're just going to continue forwards until we come to this area with 2 sets of stairs to our left. We're going to go up the left or the right. It's going to take us to the same place, but if you go up the right there's going to be an item, and up the left there's not going to be anything, so yeah, take the right path to get that item. Now we're going to come across this bridge. There's a door in front of us where we will be sorting that out in a minute. That just takes you back down to the other side of the street. This is the other end of the teleporter, so yeah, it don't take you that far, but it's still kind of interesting. It seems like loads and loads of shortcuts in this level, and they most of them seem kind of pointless, but whatever. On that tower just there's going to be a Bell Maiden, which is kind of hidden, which affects a lot of the enemies around here. Now going back to the door I just mentioned that takes you down to the other side of the street, we're going to head in here, go down the stairs and turn around, and there's going to be an item in this corner. I think it's guarded by, well, those zombie werewolves or whatever it is. Now we're going to be back at the street, as you can see, straight opposite these 2 staircases we went up just now. Now we're going to go and pick up this item over here, which is behind this guy who was burning. And now there's only 2 items left before the boss, 1 either side, both behind these railings. Not really that hard to find, it's not really important there either. But yeah, like I said, 1 either side, pick those up. And now we can go and fight the boss. But before I want to finish this guide, there is 1 more item. So once we've killed the boss, go up these stairs to the right of the new lantern we just unlocked. Go up here, and at the end of this passageway there's going to be an item. So yeah, guys, kind of a long episode. I hope I didn't miss anything. If I did, I'm glad to see you guys comment it and let me know what I missed. But anyway, guys, if this was helpful and made you discover something new, please go like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Unseen village boss.
You wanted to live near punks, and not be treated like one. You came for the spicy curry.
I'll start over. First you go down those stairs, and then you go over here. There'll be hunters. You're probably not gonna want to face them because they're annoying as hell. There's like 3 of them. Alright, so then you go down these stairs right after. There's ugly ass niggas. You're gonna want to keep running. I don't face any of these guys because I don't know how strong they are. I still don't even know. But I wasn't trying to waste my time because I almost got getting locked out of my game because of the game sharing thing. Unless somebody else used my account to get Bloodborne. So running through they shoot shit at you, so you gotta be careful. You just run away, I guess. This game's never chasing this long. Holy crap. You don't wait for me to do it. Oh shit.
Hey everybody, this is Griffin McElroy from Polygon.com with a quick guide on how to take down the One Reborn boss that you will fight in the Yharnam Chapel area of Bloodborne. The good news is, I would say this is the easiest boss fight I've done so far. This is me making sure that my tonitrus isn't broken, because that thing's really fragile and I get very nervous about that. What you want to do as soon as you start out the fight is run forward and go up the stairs that are either to the left or right, right next to the One Reborn. Get up those stairs. There's going to be 3 of these enemies on either side. These enemies are casters. They will cast spells at you, but if you move pretty quickly, you're not going to get hit by any of them. Don't do what I did just there. That was actually really risky. If you knock these casters down, you're in for a roll to hurt, because then you have to get down on the level with the One Reborn and fight those casters on their level, and that's kind of a pain in the ass. Those casters can make this fight really difficult if you don't run up here and go after them quickly. Their spells do hit pretty hard, and there's 6 of them all casting at you at the same time. The One Reborn can sneak up on you with a lot of burst damage, and their spells coming at you at the same time can be a pretty dangerous recipe. So definitely run up here first, take them out, try and attack them from the side, not directly behind them, to mitigate the risk of pushing them off the ledge. Once all 6 are taken care of, don't run over here and try to get these quicksilver bullets, because I got hit. It's worth noting the One Reborn will be shooting projectiles at you the whole time that you're up here. You can do what I did here and take a little bit of falling damage to get a big falling hit on them. I did 1,432 damage, which is pretty crazy. And just start wailing on the One Reborn. If you do a lot of burst damage like I did there, then the One Reborn will go down, and that'll give you a chance to get some hits off on it. Yeah, so the tricky thing about this fight are these clouds of gore and bones that they will drop on you whenever you see them rear up. That's them casting the spell that starts dropping those on you. They don't do a lot of damage, but there are a few of them that drop with each casting that they do, so definitely start dodging around when you see that. If the One Reborn is sort of surrounded with red light, you want to get out of the way because they're about to cast an AoE, and if you see acid start to form on the ground, you need to start dodging backwards as quickly as you possibly can, because that acid damage will degrade your health really, really, really quickly. The One Reborn is also capable of doing some melee attacks, but they're pretty easy to avoid. And honestly, this thing is so easy to hit, and its attacks are so slow that killing it probably shouldn't give you any trouble at all. Just make sure to take out those casters up on the top level first, and the One Reborn will go down fairly easily. That's it for this boss guide video. I hope it's helpful. Stay tuned for more boss videos throughout the week. I don't know how many we have left, but there can't be too much. God, I'm probably going to eat those words. Thanks for watching, and good luck.
Can't equip this weapon. Attribute requirements not met.
Welcome back to a brand new video here on Bloodborne. So today we are going to be doing a real short video guide, which should have probably been uploaded ages ago. It's a bit old for this kind of guide, but I have been getting so many questions and confusion about weapon scaling and how it works exactly, and I wouldn't really upload this video because just the sheer amount of time the game has been out, but I looked on YouTube and there's literally no videos at all explaining this properly or completely, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So one of the questions I was asked that if I've got the Ludwig sword, and it says it scales BBB, strength, skill and arcane, and I put a lot of levels in arcane, but I am noticing that it's not getting any damage at all, and why is this? So this is actually a really good question because the game doesn't really explain it. It says it scales B with arcane, yet you level it up and you don't get anything extra out of it. So yeah, so this is really easy to get confused with because it changes from Dark Souls and Dark Souls 1, and it is a bit confusing because the game doesn't explain it. We're going to use the Ludwig's Holy Blade to explain it. It's actually the perfect example to explain what I want to explain today. So, where to begin? So, obviously, we have at the top physical attack, blood attack, arcane attack, and fire belt, whatever. So, obviously, strength, skill, blood tinge, and arcane obviously go to each one of those top stats. Obviously, strength and skill goes to physical damage, blood tinge goes to blood attack, and arcane goes to arcane attack. So how does this exactly work? So how it works is that the scaling, the letter, will take a percentage of the base damage of each stat. So strength and dexterity will get the base damage from physical attacks, which is 190. Blood tinge will get it from blood attack, which is 0, and arcane will get it from arcane, which is also 0. So these letters are what give the bonus, which in physical attacks case is 171, but they get that bonus based around the base damage. So obviously strength and skill will get the 171 bonus from the 190. So I'm going to leave down here what the letters, or what the amount is approximately, the not exact. So obviously if we're getting a physical attacks bonus from the 190 based on whatever the letter is, depending on the letter, then the higher the percentage we get as a bonus. So it's real simple really. So if we got the arcane B and put it onto the arcane attack, say B's something like 70% bonus from the base damage from the base arcane attack, then obviously it doesn't matter if it's 4,000%, it's still 0. So 4,000% of 0 is obviously going to be 0. So it doesn't matter how much you level arcane up, you're not getting any bonus or scalability because arcane base is 0. And it all comes from the base damage. I think I explained that quite well. Obviously then you're asking, then what's the point of it scaling B if we're just never going to get anything? Obviously there are ways, because I mean if you did happen to get it to have some arcane base damage, like maybe a gem or the enchantment magic, the empty plasm shell or whatever it's called, then yeah, then it will actually start scaling okay, even if it's just for a limited time. But that's pretty much why it works. So that obviously means that Ludwig's Holy Blade's like so much better to just put.
just killed me with one hit.